I took the bowel and endocrine gland formulas, but I couldn't cope with it. I felt absolutely exhausted. Well, you might have to take that Adrenal 160 3, 4, 5 capsules 3, 4 times a day. Yeah, when your adrenals are that bad, and I might add, it probably wouldn't hurt you to pick up your pituitary just in case that's slamming them as well. And you are going to feel down. Without the proteins, you're going to feel tired because you're real low neurotransmitters, and you don't want to get it through meat anymore. You don't want to do any more taking of neurotransmitters on the side. Move through this exhaustion. Rest. Let your adrenals charge. Hit the adrenals hard, and you'll come out of this, dear. Lying in bed all the day with real low pH. Well, you're on the wrong formulas. The endocrine gland formula, you need to go to a glandular where you got some power to the punch and get up there. You're going to take a while if you do it this way. I thought it could be too drastic detox. No, not too drastic. Kick it up another notch. More detox, not less. But it's true. It's true. This is Armalta 69 again. Can someone please tell me where this acid comes from and or how it develops in the tissues? Cell poop. Cell poop. That's what you pee out. You're supposed to pee out cell poop. Where do you think cells just magically their waste? See, we don't think much about cells and their wastes and byproducts. We don't think much about that. We don't think much about the byproducts of lactic acid and uric acid and all these acids. We don't think about that. These acids don't fly in from Moose Jaw, Alaska. They're produced by the activity of the cells. It's cell waste. We know where digestive waste go, out the pooperino. But cellular waste, where does your cellular waste go? And how about the parasites that are supposed to keep the sewer system clean? They also leave a little poo-poo. Well, it's going out with the cellular waste, out the kidneys, hopefully. I ask because, from my understanding, the pH of human blood must remain constantly alkaline around us. Hey, that's what you're getting. So, let me ask you this. If your cellular pH must be at 7.4, why would you eat a piece of meat? Why would you eat nuts? That'd be a problem, wouldn't it? Because that would bring the pH down, sliding towards 7. Matter of fact, in some thoughts, 7.25 is acidic. I'm going to keep with the 7 and below, but 7.25 is considered acidosis in some allopathy, and 7.55 alkalosis. I don't quite think those are quite at those levels, but certainly heading down goes acidic, heading up goes base. So you're right on. So why all these cellular acids are 3 pH? Now, would we follow the theory of allopathy? We dump these wastes back into the venous system? Yes, this is true. Carbon dioxide can be converted partially to water. Yes, we can break down acids toward base. That's what bacterial action of the lymph nodes do. But, oh no, let's just give them antibiotics and kill that action. Well, that means that if we don't have bacterial action in the lymph nodes, how do we bring cellular acids from 3 to 6? Yeah, we still have ionization and oxidation. We still have some of that going on. But, now we're in a different system. We're in a lipid-based system that's more of a buffering system, not a conversion system. So that's why we need the bacterium in the lymph nodes. I think if one looks at that and compares it to a home sewer system, it becomes more enlightening to you, and you'll understand it more. Theories, and more theories. Absolutely. It does this by leaching calcium out of the body to neutralize the acid foods. Absolutely. It'll create an anionic environment of calcium, and all your electrolytes can develop a positive charge. This all is involved in the pulling and the ionization process of your electrons and that whole movement of pH and magnetism. But at the same time, you also got to just remember there's chemistry that is produced that has to be eliminated. That's why they're eliminative organs. If you didn't have to eliminate chemistry, then everything would be reabsorbed and you wouldn't have to eat because you'd constantly be converting and reconverting and transmutating and all this other stuff. There is elimination, and there's vital elimination, and we're not eliminating, most of us, lymphatically properly. And it's just, our take on that, of course. But it will leach calcium. This is the problem with eating proteins in the blood, is that you're dealing with high phosphorus and iron and a nitrogen side of that. You are going to need calcium generally, but sodium can be affected, chlorine can be affected. You can see all of your stats, but generally calcium is first because it's the most abundant. When I start to see a cancer case where the sodium's going down, not good. But again, adrenals and kidneys going to that. So I'm just a bit confused about how the acids build up. If someone could clear this up for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks. Well, don't be too confused because you'll join the ranks of all of us. I can just tell you simplistically how it is, and I would keep that in my mind because theories, lots of theories, but in reality, if you look at it, and all of you are proving our theory to be factual. Look at what happens when you start seeing your kidneys filter. All your symptoms go away. Your tumors are going down. Everybody's going, and you notice this is all pH. It's all acids, and you start to see them come out. Very simple approach. Very factual approach to how the body works. It's easy to understand. It's easy to witness it, and I wouldn't get caught too much in it. It's good to know some basic A and P, of course. No question about that. It's good to know how the body works a little bit. Remember, a lot of the professors at school teach misinformation. There's a lot of propaganda that's promoted by professors that think they're teaching accurate information that has no clue. These are all theories. And sometimes you lose the world of theories and make these things actualities when they're actually indeed just theories. So just keep it simple. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Keep life simple, keep it good, develop your spirituality. Don't get caught up in chemistry or you'll lose that a little bit because it is a world unknown by man. Now look at allopathy and their theories and their biochemical theories. They're killing people with these theories. Pharmaceutical worlds, they're working on theories that are not true. They're lost now. They're so lost. And the FDA allows them to continue to kill people with deadly pharmaceuticals. It's just all bad. Spam-in. What do you mean with getting your lymphs moving? Just what that says. Getting those lymphs moving. Well, how do you move the lymphatic system? Getting those lymphs moving. Number 1, high astringent, high base chemistry foods, fruits, berries, and melons. Number 1. Number 2, go into your kidneys, go into your adrenal glands, go into your GI tract, go into your lymph system itself with botanicals. Those 2 things are getting the lymph moving. If not, like in the one case of this poor lady whose adrenals are so low, she's so exhausting, there's no herbal thing that's going to help you in a timely manner. You want to pick up glandulars and really hit that, and it'll pull. You'll be amazed at how quick that pulls your adrenal glands up, at least as much as possible. More of a magical hummingbird. I made a comment that if you want good sex, eat a slab of meat before you have sex. You know what? I mean, this is true. I'm not condoning the eating of meat saying that. I mean, magical hummingbird. I hope you get your act together someday and you can deserve the right to have magical back. Right now, you're must be in menopause or something. Something is bringing you down to your narcissistic side, which is not pleasant for any of us. Crazy Fox Fitness. Hey, haven't talked to you in a while, Crazy Fox Fitness. Update of Brian, brain damage, 10-year-old, video 114, part 1. She was sent home as nothing more can be done for her in hospital. 2. CAS, government agency, was called because protein supplement had not been used as prescribed and birth mother reported we have been giving her herbs. 3. After all their tests, they admitted they all came back negative. 4. They did find her high in carbon dioxide because she is a swallower breather. 5. She is on feeding tube and garbage in a can that costs $1,000 a month. We fed her mostly natural fruit juice and pH 8.5 water mixed with her superfood blend. 2, we have ordered a suction machine to handle the mucus. Yeah, you need to do that. For your input on your YouTube, the many videos watched, and your miracle source book, which I use as a detox Bible, God bless Wayne Archer, a.k.a. HD Biker. Good work, Biker, man. I tell you what, this is what pisses me off about these states, and I think we as parents have to stand up and get in their face and let them know we have the right. We're into health. And feed them a full on the protein. If we have to go after them in courts, we'll go after them in courts. We have rights. We're the parents. And start exposing what's going on here. These agencies are going overboard. You know what's funny? If you'll look at, and we have a whacked out agency in Florida about human health care, about for the kids and stuff. You know what's funny about all these agencies? They never do the right thing. They always have their head up people's butts where they shouldn't be, and then they don't take care of the abused children. That used to piss me off in this state of Florida, that we have these agencies that are willing to snatch kids of parents that are working on the health of their kids, but not with the parents that abuse the kids. It just freaks me out. This freaks me out. So, HD Biker, you're kicking ass. Congratulations, 5 gold stars. You'll get your little girl back. Remember, brain and nerve, get up there. You're really done well, so thanks for the update there. Brain damage, use that upper circulation, the new brain and nerve formula, get on those kidneys, pop her adrenals up, and keep working on her lymph system here, and you'll pull her back to despite that, and then you can put that little girl in their face. And I would put them in the face, and I would take the local newspaper with me. I would go down, tell my story to the editor and say, you got a feature writer, because we're going to take this little girl and we're going to put it in her face. In their face. Sometimes you get me going, man. I'm so sick of these states that think they know what's good for you, and they're shoving allopathy down people's throats, and they're losing their kids because of this. It just makes me sick. Yeah. Well, James, this is a M. Carbone. James's 40th day. 40th day, today. Got to hand it to the young man. He hung in there real good. When we were eating our salads at lunch on the school, he was eating his bowl of grapes. Been there, done that. I've already touched the detox there. The Wandering Saint. Love your name there, man. Heck of a body. Neuron interface. Yeah, neuron interface. That's about right. Dr. Morse says sometimes hear of certain guidelines when experimenting with herbs, even from your staff. For example, always using kidney herbs with anti-parasitic herbs to avoid urinary tract infections. Really, no. I mean, we recommend using Parasite M just to keep fungus down in people. You don't have to. It's going to come out with a wash, if you know what I mean. If you want, like if you have toe fungus or fingernail fungus, you can use Parasite M to get rid of it. But in reality, you'll truly have a remedy of not having it back anymore if you move the lymph system as well. I mean, even though we deal with fungus on the side of fermentation, I can just tell you that it becomes a lymphatic problem, and detoxing that lymph system is how you break up the webs and break all of that out of you. Absolutely. Or watching for certain symptoms to avoid a dangerous reaction. Well, you know what? We don't have dangerous reactions with herbs. We just don't. Once in a while, one will be too strong for someone. They have to back down. You can muscle test on your herbs if you want. We just have never had any dangerous problems. We've had maybe 2 anaphylactic shocks in 40 years.